Hey there, fellow trucker, take a seat, get your coffee and enjoy the ride though. Welcome back to SnowRunner. We are here in the big Salmon Peak. Beautiful location though. Beautiful location indeed. Interesting mystery going on. I think I kind of solved it though, but if I was the developer, I would never give a confirmation on it though, because it takes away the mystery, you know, of it all. And mysteries do build beautiful lore though, not Dante. Now we have some logging over here, and to the right we do have a tunnel that I want to explore. We are going to grab the last upgrade of this location, which is very awesome, and then we are going to start to work though. Really looking forward to these episodes, and I hope so do you. So off we are though, huh? Off we are. Now what do we have here? Because I do know that we have to deliver logs. Long logs, medium logs. Long logs, medium. Alright. So we do need a powerful big, thick coal-up for that one. Oh, of course we did lasso with our rear. Doesn't make for a good turn though, I have to say. Yeah, I really want to see if we can go through the little tunnel. And if we can, it's going to be absolutely worth it though, because it's a beautiful shortcut towards our garrets, as you can see right over there. This one is a little bit quicker though, but oh well. Oh well. Curiosity though, huh? It's a little bit of rough terrain around here. I'm not sure if I will ever take this route, because the other ones seem just as easy and smooth than any other normal decent road, so why take this? Just curiosity right now. Oh, die don't allow us. Oh, die don't allow us though. Sneaky. That's kind of interesting. Look at that. We got an interesting plaque over here. Ritz. What? Ritz mix cement. Oh, look at that though. Okay, I thought it was something like a monument or something, but no. No, no, no. This seems to be an oil refinery, as far as I can see. Like a smaller scale one. Could also be gas, though. I'm not 100% certain what this is all about. Interesting that a gold horse mining. Really, though? Really? That's a gold mining process station factory? Ooh, careful here. Interesting, though. I will never have guessed, though. I thought the chimney was for, you know, like burning oil and crude oil, that is. And getting some beautiful resources out of that, like oil, different types for your machines and all. Gasoline, diesel, etc, etc. Yeah, these roads, man, they are making me nervous. But for some reason we can actually drive over them, though. Without slipping all throughout. It is slippery, though, so be careful around here. But it's not completely ice slippery, so that's very cool. That is really, really cool though, because it means that we are, like I said, probably the end of autumn or the end of winter. Now we just gotta haul a little bit further though. And right around the corner there should be the coal-up extension, right? You know? The, what do we call it? The activated one, not the multi one. I totally forgot the name about it though, but the suspension though is what we do need. That's all I can say. A little bit of greed though sprinkled over it, sure, but we do need it. Now it ought to be around here. We ought to go a little bit further back though, apparently. That's alright. Let's make a little loop-de-loop here at the Yukon Ironworks. Well, let's see what we can actually do here. Probably those rolls. But you never know, you never know. Metal beams to metal rolls. Yeah. Alright, awesome sauce. I already thought though, that road is way too simple to get a nice suspension. Somebody must be very drunk or very unlucky though. Maybe a spider crawled over their hand, just jacked the steering wheel and went a little bit off-road. But no, they actually went off-road and got stuck somewhere. Kind of seems the story here in Canada. Lots of lost vehicles here and there. Now, do we have to go up? Yes, we definitely have to. Oh, nice though. Is that the North Pole star? I think it is. Yeah, that's the Big Dipper though, isn't it? Yeah, you see very slightly the stars coming through. And quick reads time though. My big boy got stuck here big time. Oh, seems like he crashed against it. Alright, active for the Colab 74760. Beautiful. That's definitely what we want to have. Now I'm going to park my big boy right over here. Now hopefully we will not do the same mistake though, right? You know? Just like that. Why not? Why not? Now I know what you might think. Don't sell this one. But we will sell it though. Why? Because it's a lot of money. And why? Because we already have another one of the same beautiful type though. I think at least we do. It should be around here somewhere. Yeah, there we go though. The HX357. HX357. Yep, this one we can absolutely sell. We are rich though, aren't we? Now, we kind of have a lot of trucks already, though. Let's be honest. We almost have all of them already. So, yeah, I think we are going to buy this big boy. Why not? Why not? Because we want to have all the trucks. And we are getting there, though. We are getting there. Now, we also want to tune all of these trucks, though. Now, hopefully, we do have the money to be able to do it. Off-road, sure. Let's sell what we don't need. And I kind of want to use it directly. It has a stock suspension, which is already a little bit cringeworthy though for me, because my skin is crawling. Now we don't have mud, as you can see. Yeah, this is also going to be very, very special. I think we might be going for the yachts around here. This one will be a decent upgrade. High power, advanced medium, sure. Look at that, we almost have no money left anymore. And we are going to go for that one. We want to sell that basic one. Snorkel is definitely going to be in here. Sell that one. No, not enough money, big boy. That is very bad, of course. Now, what I also want to do, though, is I want to have that off drive, though, for real, because it's going to be very important. Now, let's see. We could go with a flatbed, and then we could go with that one, too, but then we cannot haul anything. So that's kind of bad, though, I would say. So, we kind of do need it, though, now that I think about it. We kind of do need it to have a crane and a flatbed for a couple of missions. But it is what it is right now at this very moment. I will do one race and then I will be back right here. And here we are though. Let's tune them up a little bit further. Stock off-road is already there. Where were we? Alright, here we were. So yeah, the all-wheel drive is going to be massively important though, right? You know, we cannot go without that. Differential lock, we already have that installed, which is very nice. Flatbed and all. I think we go and take it out for a spin though. And yes, we did paint it already. Look at that. It's a camera one though. I mean, we are kind of making a movie too, right? You know, like every episode is kind of like a little adventure between us together. So why not keep the cameras rolling? Whoppa. The times did definitely change up though. Let's keep it up in the morning. So what I want to do is open up the warehouse. Cargo container? No, that's a different one. It's called opening the warehouse. Yeah, I cannot even talk right there though. Huh? So yeah, you know, opening the warehouse, delivered to the parking tools. Alright, sure thing. We already know where it is, so off we are. It's going to be an interesting haul. A little bit dark right now for real, but give it an in-game hour and it's bright like the sun itself. So far, rather quick though. Good truck so far. I'm a little bit worried about these trucks anyways, right? You know, because they are either a massive win or a massive fail. And I have to say though, the interior here, ooh, it's a little bit slippery around. The interior is absolutely fantastic. I do love the details that we can have for the pressure valves and everything, right? For the tires too, I believe. That's all water. What's that? It's a little bit too shaking. Trends, okay. Not bad. The fuel, of course, it's totally full. It is really, really nice though. It's impressive. Ah, okay, so we got the axles over there. To the right. Not bad though. Yeah, there's a lot of information that we have over here. Very, very cool. Really, really nice. I do like it about my trucks. Whether they are modern, you know, with a digital dashboard, or just by old school couches and everything. It's just good to keep them going, in other words. Sometimes though, you know, like something fails, let's say a measurement system fails though, and you can still get some feedback on that if it's too stable, if it's just, you know, like staying at the same spot non-stop, and you know something is really going on. Or it works nice, and you're right there before it actually causes a lot of damage. It's very important. And let's just admit though, it is absolutely pleasing to look at, isn't it? Aesthetically pleasing for real. Nice little wood trimming though. Oh, it's a little bit fake wood though, but still it's nice to see. A little bit of color. Yep, the sun is shining right now. Already looking way better. I have to say, for a submarine, a very good truck. So what we will do is we get that maintenance trailer over here too. Fix that one up. And that's another mission complete though. That's the fantastic thing about it all. Alright, this is a very tricky road. I am not 100% certain if we could make that with some heavy long logs. I'm rather curious about it though. Rather curious indeed. It is not a truck made for deep mud because we can only get off-road tires here. But sometimes these off-road tires are just better than the mud tires because deep mud is not everywhere. But off-road is almost everywhere, you know what I mean? It is rather low to the ground. We don't have a race suspension, sadly enough. Hence the damage to the gas tank right over there though. Beautiful cover, by the way, isn't it? Nice little lake and all. Very, very nice. Let's go attach the trailer and we are going to... Sung Giant of the Cliff. Wrong turn. We are going to activate that big boy. So we know what we can actually do around here. You know what I mean though? $510 gears, 2 tires, and a little bit of gasoline though, a little bit of love right there. I'm not sure about the tires, so we might be out of luck. We will find out. Yeah, it's a spinner though. Look at those tires, they barely have any grip here. For real. Alright, now let's see. Can we repair the big boy? Yep, here we go. Ooh, just not enough for the suspension and the tires. So that is good to know. We can fuel her up though. That's not going to be an issue. There we are. Well, look at that. Oh, wait a minute. We did repair the tires. That's a nice one though. Alright, not bad. And the best route is not always the most direct route. But I think the smartest idea would be for us technically to follow the railroad track. But the most fun one would be to go a little bit of a dive, you know? Oh yeah, let's go. Dangerous water level intake, sure thing. I don't think it is too deep around here though. It's just a total mess to drive this big boy around. Oh yeah. It's a total mess for real though, but it is fun. Let's see if we can get stuck or not. That is the cause of this little test over here. It's a little bit of an extreme test, I have to admit. Let's just hope that there are no rocks around. Well, that was interesting though. It's good that I'm going to speed that one up, I suppose, right? A good time lapse is a good time lapse after all. But yeah, I have to say though, it took quite a while. I'm impressed by this truck. It will have a lot of issues though in deep mud and probably going over fallen trees and all that stuff, and high rock or thick rocks, whatever you want to call them, big boulders. You know, it's going to be an issue for real. But to be honest, at the same time though, it's an A-OK truck, for real. It's a real good truck. Now, this leads towards there, and I did not think a little bit longer than I should. On the roadblock, we did not accept this mission over here. What we really need to do ASAP with our little cutter in there. So we will do that too in a little bit, but off we are. Yeah, let's just go and follow the roads. This is interesting. Interesting little structure over there. Let's investigate that. We are going to drive past it anyhow. But so far, it has a lot of torque though. It's an, what do we call it? It's an S plus in weight to, well, strength to weight. But it doesn't mean much though, you know, like... It could be an S plus Scout, but can an S plus Scout power to weight ratio haul out a coal-up as an example? Not even close. Let's be honest there too. So, you know, we gotta be aware of that too. And by the way, is this... There's a road here I just seen. Coming from here. Maybe we are lucky and we can do that with this truck though. I think we are lucky, so let's go there. Alright, that's not good. Got stuck there just ever so slightly. Easy fix though, if we can reach it, we can. Alright, beautiful. The engine though, it's rather interesting. It's a strong sound though. Like it has that purr. You know what I mean? Now before we do anything else, that's the trailer, refuel, just to be sure. Let's just call this truck that it's not a survival truck, it's a hauler truck for real. There's no parts that we can get some nice repairs or extra fuel and all. So it's pure for hauling, and we could have gone over here, I see, to the right side. The detour has recently been blocked by a landslide. We need your help now! Yes, sir, you do indeed. It's a beautiful purr though, this truck. Even in reverse. And it's well tuned, by the way. The engine. You know that sound? Oh, it is really well tuned. By the way, for those people that don't know, if your engine sounds like in a stable tone, it's a-okay. If it's not, maybe you need to get a check on your engine though. Easy way to actually check it out is actually to record it with sound on, right? You know, on your phone or something. Then put that in an editor, you know, like DaVinci Resolve or anything like that, Filmora, you name it, where you can actually see the sound spikes. And if there are some strange spikes, this is such a DIY way to do it, but it really works though. If there are certain spikes or certain lows, and those certain spikes and lows repeat themselves over a certain time, then get an engine check. Because if an engine is... Ooh, there are more derailments over here. Interesting. So yeah, if your engine, you know, like doesn't really go in tune, it is weaker than it should be. And that's really bad. It can guzzle a lot more gasoline than it can. Than it should, I mean. So that's bad. It might not be much though, but throughout a year, it really stacks and tags on, you know. Yeah, we do need those for real. I think it's going to be a long haul around though. But I think though, so far, this truck has earned its right to stay. Especially if it can go through the swamp. And it will get an S+ rating from me if we can get the twin steer out of that big swamp over yonder. Now we can also use this one technically for feeding the people around. But it has to be placed there, so we do need a crane. So that is not a possible thing. Yeah, I kind of knew that we should have gotten the crane with the flatbed. Oh well, then we could not have hauled this trailer, by the way. So it has its ups, it has its downs. Well, if you do have a lot of time and you really do love this truck, it's a highly recommended one though, at this very moment. Don't do super heavy hauls with it though, stay away from that. Just think of those super heavy hauls like it's radioactive or something. And I can imagine like this vehicle is going to be such a good one on straighter roads. But nothing for this. Yeah, look at that. It is doing its work though. The problem is that we can compare it to all the other trucks that we have. Do I want this one at the beginning of the game, right, in Michigan? Oh yeah. Alaska? Oh yeah. You know, time here? Oh yeah. Not in the swamp though, but further, yes. Right now, we are so spoiled though with other trucks, like this is underperforming. But it is still super smooth. Huh. It is very difficult though. I'm just saying what I feel, what I think. You can do with that what you want. But I think we all can agree, right? You know, like, this is an awesome truck, but it is, compared to our stronger ones, it's kind of underperforming. Especially right now. Because this is not difficult terrain at the moment. Not even this little waterbed over here, because, you know, I still do see the tires. I do still see that it's not really sinking into the ground. Even with that trailer on. But man, I do like the truck though. I have to say, you know, I really have to. I love the design of it. I like the way how it feels with steering. It's very reactive. Alright, now let's see. Are we... there's... Oh, containers. Look at that. Yeah, 1, 2... There's another container. There's another. There's another. Alright, and there's a couple more. Ah, there we go. It was just a container sideways. Let's see. This is a little bit of an issue right now. There we go. We want to go on the other side. After all, to the right we do have something like a trans. Big rocks. Remember, we don't have a race suspension. Okay, the clearing is kind of good though. It's kind of very good. We're not being, you know, like nose diving on it, or we are not being stuck right on top of it. No slowdown, nothing of the sorts. Alright, respect there. So it's a higher, well, base. Yeah, a higher base truck. Good to know. At least in the middle though, right? You know, we gotta be honest there. Truck doesn't slow down. No matter if we are driving over tree trunks or, well, logs actually, fallen trees, hit a rock like that. Yeah, remember we had more powerful trucks though in high gear that just drop automatically out of it though. Yeah, that is an issue. This one just keeps on going. Yep, even up here. Wow, okay, yep. That's the power of the engine though. Right there though, it doesn't stop, it doesn't care. It knows that it's being rated by me. Well, to be very fair with you though, I will give this truck for what it is though, a 7 out of 10. I do realize it is not a... No. Ooh. I do realize though it is not a super heavy hauler, although it's a heavy truck. So keep that in mind. Don't use it for logs if you want to have but a smooth ride. So yeah, you know, all that said and done, it's a beautiful truck, man. You cannot go wrong with it. Now where was it? Warehouse in the mountains? No. Opening the warehouse. There we are. I am happy that I did buy it, for real. Now what do we get here? Awesome, now we have our own warehouse. You can take whatever resources you need. Nice, and what is it? Alright, medium pipes, cargo container, metal rolls, cement, medium pipes again, and cargo container again. Alright, so with all the metal rolls around, I'm a little bit worried. Like, there are now 2 places where we can actually do a massive amount though, and it is very awesome, but it's also like, what will the hauls be though, huh? What will they be? So these we actually have to deliver all the way over here. It's not a difficult haul by any means. Yeah, this is almost a straight haul though if we do fix this one up. So that's pretty cool though. That is really, really nice. And I think we could fix it up with some metal beams, probably. Then slide on the highway. Wooden planks. Oh, right from there and there. Oh, do we want to fix it up right away though? Nah, you know what? You know what? Although I want to, we first have to get our dear friend out of the mud though, huh? The twin steer. For a massive looking tanker, it doesn't has that much fuel in it though, does it? Do you hear that creaking? Yeah, sometimes it's like a massive rubber that is stretching. Kind of sounds like it though. Like now. Interesting sound though. To be fair, I don't think we can get that thing out of there though. Look at that. Look at that poor twin steer, man. Alright, before we are turning, the gasoline is already gone. I want to make a picture with the big boy too. You know what? Yeah, it's already late. Oh, of course now it's too dark. It's snowing. I want to make a nice, beautiful picture with this guy. Gotta take him a little bit further though. Oh, we are going down. Yeah, look at that. Remember, we do have a powerful wind though. That I'm very happy of right now. Oh, we are being pulled back. Not good, not good, not good. Yeah, we have to let go. We don't have the power to actually do that with this truck. So right now, let me get some of the wood and then we are going to fix it up. When this vehicle is hauling something though, I really do like the engine sound. But now, like it's a free roamer, it sounds a little bit like it's trying too much to keep up. Does it make sense? And I don't mean necessarily high RPM, rounds per minute. Like it's idle and powering up at the same time. You know what I'm talking about though, right? It's a little bit worrisome. By the way, it's an Idaho license plate though. Very interesting, right? Very interesting. Is there a map in Idaho? I don't know. Talking about maps, we are at 59% already on this map. Wow. Time is flying by though if you're trucking. It's an amazing truck still. I freaking care about it. I really, really do. And I'm very happy that we did give it all the upgrades it needs. Alright, this must be its massive strength though, huh? A little bit of off-road on a little bit rough but tough terrain. No deep mud. Would be best. Oh, careful around here though. This road is slippery as you can see. But I think, you know, like a little bit of solid but rough terrain like this over here is so easy for this truck though. It's just not in its element right now. Whoppa. There we go. 1 and 2. Fantastico. Beautiful. 45k, not bad. No, 45k not though, 4500. Now let's go back grab that and deliver it to the people around here, though, at the western camp and the eastern camp. And it seems like we have to do a ring around the Rosie ride like that, though. It's not going to be a difficult job. But the only thing that might be difficult, though, is we are going to take this route again. We are going to take this one right there. First, let's go. Be very brave to do this on the slippery, icy road. Although with the speed like this, it's not so difficult. There's an automated brake on it. Not bad at all, though. Not bad at all. And there we go. Lovely. And look at that, though. It even accelerates on these rocks. And there are many trucks that I've driven that will just slow down a little bit, though. They will not gear up. You know, especially not from standing still and just boom, there you go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that was nice, though. A little drift. Showing its rear a little bit, you know what I mean, though? And right here we are going to take a right turn. It's a little bit easier. A lot quicker though. Can you imagine IRL we get these freedoms with our jobs? Oh, wouldn't that be something, huh? It's like the 50s all over, you know, on the workforce for construction. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit more top heavy than before. Cargo trailers and cargos of the size of this actually have that effect, right? You know? But we gotta be a little bit more careful for the slide here. I think we can manage it at full speed. But let's just release a throttle here in the corners. Or slightly before. Just in case. Now we do know that we have to drive till the big gold mine company. Turn right there. And first we have to take another ride. Whoop. There we went almost though. Huh. Could we get over here? Probably yes. Probably. Shall we? Kinda looks like deep snow though. Might not be the best idea. So far, so good though. Just raw dogging it right through. 155 liters. Once we return to the factory, we will definitely have to refuel. Oh, the little lip over here might be a little bit of an issue. It's good that it is not an ultra wide truck. Those rocks might have been a real issue right there. Beautiful sunset though, isn't it? Oh no. Yeah, I've not calculated this in though. There is no road over here that will help me to get down to the left side. We might be a little bit lucky there by a rough tumble if we are very unlucky. But if we are lucky, there might be something to our left that let us slide down a little bit though. And of course there's a road right there. Yeah, a shortcut ain't always a shortcut though. That tumble, I'm not willing to take for the weights that we are getting here. Alright, let's head back down though. It's going a little bit quicker than up. Is it though? Alright, let's just go and help ourselves here a little bit over this little mud pole. Look at that though. It's going right through it though. Yep, no issues. Lots of mud, zero grip almost, and we made it. But this is a fun icy road. You know, no massive challenge though. Like, can we climb it? No, that's no issue. The issue is, can we stay on the road before we actually flip over? And that's what I like. That's real good stuff. Although, you know, the detour was not as planned as it would go, we still did learn a lot about this truck, even with a medium load though. It was, and not a lot of grip because of the mud and all. It still went on. It's a little trooper though, this truck. Ooh. No. Brake. No, oh, careful right here. Okay. Yeah, we've got to be a little bit more careful though than I did anticipate. Sharp turn right over here, yeah. Although the truck kind of flipped a couple of times though, it is not very flip heavy, as you can see right there. Caught me by surprise. I thought it would be a little bit more tip heavy, but yeah, the heavy duty trucks though, they are kind of known for not being very flippity floppity. But don't count on it though, it can easily go wrong. Now let's go grab the other one if we can still reach it. I think we still can. This time I want to be a little bit more careful, of course. Alright, so let's just park it right over here for a second. So that we are 100%... Yeah, okay, we have to go up and left. We don't have to take the lower one over here. Although, yeah, it could have been a nice climb from the bottom to the left here, but nah. Alright, let's move up. High gear. We do have the torque actually to be able to haul ourselves in high gear up. I love that, by the way. Somehow it feels so incredibly satisfying. Still a little while off though. So far I don't see any negative surprises on the road. Well, that was a surprise though. Wow. Any bit more and we will have certainly tipped there. Wow. A little bit more speed. Yep. And there we go. Oh boy. Perfect, by the way. Perfect way to end the episode though, isn't it? Look at that. The garage is down there. I like it. Look at all the red lights though, huh? Demonized everywhere. Nope. Actually, you know, the warning lights for airplanes. Kind of strange though in a valley like this, so many. But wow, there are a lot of power cables going around. Interesting. But yeah, in the next episode we will actually finish and wrap this mission up though. I had a lot of fun driving the international HX520. Is it going to be my next go-to truck for this map? No. But maybe in different maps where there's less deep mud, then probably yeah. It is a powerful vehicle though. I really do like driving it around. I do like the survival trucks a lot more. But I kind of want to go away from that too, because I want to go a little bit more into logistics. But I will do it drip by drip. Let me know what you think about this truck personally. If you have driven it or if you do like the look of it or how it sounds and everything. Let me know and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.